Well, hello all and welcome. Hope you're all doing well. I'm just out here actually potting on some basil. I've done these here. Nice little plants actually. Slow growing though, isn't it? This basil, I will admit it. I mean, these were done 29th of the 3rd. Today is the 4th of May. But still, not bad. I'm quite pleased with them. And talking of potting on, there's stuff going out on the plot as well. One little job that I've done is I've got some brassicas and got them out and on the plot. So while I finish up here with these, I'll show you this clip with the regards to brassicas. Well, if you're wondering what's going in, it's some sprouts. These, pardon me, these are a variety called Brilliant. I bought these from a garden centre some time back. Even though you've seen me potting on my own grown sprouts and calabrese cauliflower, I was unsure how good they were going to be. So let's just say I was hedging my bets and I decided to buy some plants. I've got some calabrese as well that I bought and some cauliflower that I bought. They will go out into other beds round here, but I just thought I've got an hour or so this morning spare, and I'd get these in. I came round about 3 days ago now, and I peeled this covering back. I put some clover compost into it, worked that in, worked in some lime, and I also worked in some fish blood and bone. I've only got 9 of these plants. There was 10 in the pack, but one has given up on me. So all as I'm doing is the ground I've firmed. I've walked over that, spent a good 5 or 6 minutes just walking all over it to get it quite firm. And then what I'm doing, I'm digging only a very small hole. I don't want to go too big because brassicas like to be in a firm, like a bit of firm ground around them. Putting some lime in, take the label out, and we'll get these in. As I say, I have got some calabrese and some cauliflower. Now I'm pushing that down nice and firm. I've made the hole fairly small for that one particular reason, and I will just press that down. The ground is quite moist. We had a good sharp shower last night. There we go, that's the last one in. And we had a good sharp shower last night, but I will just open the ground up a bit now round the plants. Just give them a quick watering, just using a watering can, and I'll then get and net them against pigeons and cabbage white butterflies as well. So that's the last of me sprouts. Let's just, because the ground's quite solid, I'll cheat. There we go. That's got the labels in. So yes, that's them done. On to the next job. Well, glorious day yet again. Really are having some great days sun-wise lately. Today is the 14th of May, and I've decided to, although there's a lot already gone out, I've decided to get the beetroot out. I've been growing it on in these, I think these are Westland, part of their Growshaw range, I think. And you get this two here, but you buy them in I think it's a pack of 5. And all I've done is put 2 or 3 seeds in each cell and left them to grow. I'm putting them out, and I'm putting them out fairly closely because I'm not trying to grow any massive exhibition size beetroot. I'm keeping them, I want to harvest them when they're quite small. I'm not looking to harvest them as really big beetroots. So I want to get them in, and I might just give you a bit of a spin round, although it's looking a bit untidy in places. I need to get the strimmer out, but I might just give you a quick spin round and show you what's in and how things are going. Well, nearly got them all in. These are just the last few to go in. I'm digging deep with the trowel and then just putting them in. The reason I'm digging quite deep with the trowel, even though the ground is easy to dig out with your hands, I'm digging deep so it's, for want of a better way of putting it, it will give these plants a chance to stretch their legs, get the roots down. As I say, the bed has been, there we go, that's them done. The bed has been prepared. It's had, it's a few weeks back, it had some compost put into it. It's had some fish blood and bone and a bit of pelletised chicken muck. And it's been left. That was just all worked in. It's been left. I'm putting these, as I say, putting them in now. I've already explained why I'm not spacing them out too far. The netting, I've got some more of that. I've got another one of these that's going to go obviously round this bit here. That is really, that's in place to stop the pigeons. Maybe a little bit of wishful thinking, but because of the time of the year, I've got a feeling or a hope that the pigeons have gone past taking the tops off beetroot and eating other stuff. But just as a precaution, I'm going to put that net round the rest of it, and hopefully we won't get attacked by any pigeons with any luck. Right, plot tour. These 2 beds here, they've not had anything growing in them for a good 12 months, maybe a bit longer. Mainly that bed longer, basically because there was quite a bit of bindweed that was in that. And what I did last year was decided to keep these void. There was a little bit in here, so I decided to keep these empty, take out the bindweed as and when I came across it, and it seems to have worked. I have taken some little bits out of that bed since when I've been weeding, but we seem to be, fingers crossed, we seem to be in control. And as to what's in the beds, well, that bed there with the onions, they are rumba, never grown them before, done from sets, coming along quite nicely, even though I say it myself. And then in here, now I don't think I've ever grown brassicas in this bed before, and in here I've got some Clapton cauliflower and some Marathon Calabrese, so only time will tell as to how good they are. I've picked clubroot resistant varieties of calabrese, cauliflower and sprouts, especially with using new ground. Who knows? You never know what's in the ground until it's too late, really. So I'll move you along now and show you what's in those two beds there. Right, these two beds, these have got onions in. These are onion grown from seed, apart from in there, and they are onions grown from seed that are bought. They're from DT Brown's, they're Kelsey. Last year I had very poor germination, as did, well, I think quite a few on when I looked on YouTube. There's quite a few people struggled. So for this year I decided to buy plants in. So there's 50 Kelsey in there, onion plants. In here there's Redlander grown from seed. There's 30 Redlander. Then there's 2 rows down the side here of Guardsman spring onions, just to basically help fill this bed up. All doing quite nicely. I am going to water in a minute or two, but these, along with the rumba onions, I'm going to use a liquid feed just to go over them. And yeah, so far so good, very happy. Right, little bit of a schoolboy error. I've got the camera in my hand now. When I was showing you the onions over there, you couldn't really see what was in there. So I'm going to go through the rest of the video with you in my hand. So let's have a look in here. In here is some sprouts called Brilliant. You might notice there's 1 or 2 leaves that have died back. They went in, and I will admit they did look a little sickly, but they're starting to pick up a bit now. So I shall get in under this netting and just pick out those dead leaves from there. Then in here, these are some cauliflower. These are White XL. I've grown these before and always quite pleased with them. They're coming along nicely. This bit of ground here now, this is basically there's sweet corn going in here and some leeks. So I've got more than enough ground. My sweet corn will go roughly along here, where up to about where that plank is. Then, as I say, I've got leeks, so I'm probably going to put some more peas in. And although I haven't shown you yet, my parsnips are doing brilliantly. I'm really chuffed a bit, so they'll probably go in along here somewhere. And then on the end as well, peas. Keldon Wonder, they went in 15th of the 4th. They went in. Today is 15th of the 5th. So very pleased with them. These are some more that went in on the 28th of the 4th. And I can't moan. I'm going to give these again. I shall give these a liquid feed. So we'll make our way back down here. Don't really need to show you this because you know what that all is, so we'll leave that. This is going to be the bed that will have my beans in. At the moment it's being used as a bit of a cat litter tray, and I'm not going to moan about that because I'm a cat owner myself. So Lee said they're the better, but we'll clean that up and put the canes up. My beans aren't ready yet to go out, but within the next week or so I shall get the canes up. Then over here, Calabrese. I don't know which is the best way to, but they're Marathon. Can't moan about them at all. They're doing lovely, really superb, looking nice and healthy, and should be in for a good harvest. Then here, now this netting can come off in the next couple of days, and I can do the same as I've done with the peas over there, put the canes in and some strings. These are Hurst green shaft. They went in the 28th of the 4th as well, same as them over there. There's one or two that are missing. There's bits, I don't know whether you can see there, bits of gaps, just odd little gaps. I have this morning bobbed a few more seed in just to fill the gaps, so to speak. And then spin you round, sweet peas, doing absolutely superb. Really pleased with those. They're starting to climb away nicely. I did an extra few and I've put them there. I did too many, simple as that, and I've got some in some tubs at home, and then I'd got these left over, and I thought I'll put them in there, let them go along that trellis work there. Onions, these again from sets. These are Centurion. I've just been, again, I'm going to get and water these with some feed, some multi-purpose feed. You can see that they're all leaning slightly one way. That's because the sun comes round from the left hand side and goes round that way, and these will be leaning that way because all these two apple trees that are here, it's to be expected, simple as that. So yeah, they're looking good, and we're going to give them a bit of a feed. And then in here, some more sprouts. Well, it's a bit of a mixed bag. There's some sprouts, some calabrese, and some cauliflower. The sprouts are Crispus, and then there's some where are we? I think it's these two here, I think, are the calabrese, and those three there, I think, are the cauliflower. But I've used that, or done that, just to fill the gap up, because there was only a few sprouts in here, so I've fill the bed up. Let's spin you round, which is the best. There we go, the sun's over there, so we'll turn that way. Yeah, so just a little bit of a spin round to show you what's what. I haven't filmed a great deal with regards what I've been putting out and when I've been putting it, but at least now you're caught up, you can see what I've got. There are other things to go in, and I will show you those when I get and put them in. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you a quick whiz round and see what's what on the plot. Well, that's it for this one. Thank you all very much for watching. It really is very much appreciated. I know I always say it, but I mean it. Simple as that. You've seen, as I've said, there's quite a bit that's gone out. The plot now, I'm at a stage, I've just got sweet corn to go in, my beans, I've got to put my canes together. I'm going to go and do that this week. I shall put the sweet corn in this coming week as well. And the parsnips. Now, I said about germination, well, I'll show you. I'm just going through them. I mean, look at that. That's absolutely fantastic. I am tittle pink. I am really blown away. They've done fantastically. And what I'm doing is, yes, they're a bit leggy, gone, you know, don't really know why. They've only been out here in the greenhouse. But what I'm doing, I see, I'm transferring them into a tray, because let's try and show you. You can see with that, I'm just cutting off the extras. I'm not pulling them out because I don't really want to disturb anything, and although there's no roots coming through here, I am breaking the bottoms open on them as well. But yeah, that's what I'm doing with the parsnips. So that's another job that will be done this coming week. All the ground is basically ready for everything to go in, so I'm going to crack on and get them done. Tomatoes, I'm part way through that. I've got, well, let me just show you. That's probably the best thing to do. Can you see? In there, another tray of parsnips to do there, but as you can see, and what I've got in here, I've got Crimson Crush down the back, then the three in the middle there, they are that Sponzolian Vesuvian, those tomatoes that grow about the size of a currant. And then over this side here, along with two cucumbers, a cucumber at either end, and over this side I've got Cocktail Crush along the back, Sweet Million, them three there, then I've got a melon over there, and then a cucumber down the front there. So let me just put you down and I'll say ta-ra to you in here. Hey, what a carry on. Oh, there we go. Yes, I'm here. Yeah, so, and I've got a few French marigolds in there. I've got some in some pots, so I shall put those, probably put some of them on the floor here. It's getting a bit windy all of a sudden as well, so, but I digress. As I say, that is it for this one. So be good, look after yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra a bit.